I can get set up here. That's going to be the hardest part of this.
No, all of our equipment is rated to the safety margins to 6,000, and we did not get below that.
So just for everybody's information, we only have about 10 minutes left on the seafloor. So if we decide to make a collection here, it'll probably be our last one. And Joanna thinks it does look like a sponge.
I just did a search for the name that Joanna suggested, and it looks a lot like that. That's the strangest sponge I've ever seen.
I've never seen anything like that. That's just so weird. So
I would think it is worth trying to get a collection here, and maybe if we could scoop something that got some of the sponge and coral and rubble all together,
I think you only have your starboard in or outer or something.
I agree. I'll inquire with the pilots.
Both outers.
Pilots,
both.
It does sound like
Yes.
the scientist thinks that this is a sponge. Would it be possible maybe to get a scoop and include a little bit of rubble and some of the wispy little corals?
We can try to get all that with the arm. I don't think it would be... I don't think we would get much with the scoop.
Yeah, you're probably right. It might need to be torn a little bit if it's a sponge.
Yeah.
Can we get a tight zoom again?
Yeah, go ahead, Roll. Okay, we are. Oh, look at this guy behind you.
Yeah, so that is so
we
interesting.
got a shark behind us.
Ooh,
Look at him.
Dersitis bucklandi.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it's the only species known
moving
from the
well,
northwest Atlantic. Thank you, Joanna.
He's coming after us.
That's a movable rock
Hey,
in a hard spot.
Watch leads. We do have a shark behind us as well if you want to.
Ooh.
It's gone now. See it? It's gone now, but
Oh, there was
he's
just
good
there was just a shark behind us too.
come wide.
Darn it, we missed it. But I mean, this is so exciting. To us invertebrate types.
So we just want to take a sample of this?
Yes, pilot, and if we could try to get one of those wispy white octocorals along with it, that would be a twofer.
I will do what I can.
Okay, thanks.
What bio box are you going to want? Port if we have it.
Yeah, port
I
outer
believe we
is
do.
available.
It's a tiny little rat-tailed Nizumia that's
Oh,
swimming
I'm
right
sorry.
around.
Port outer is taken. You have to go starboard outer.
Okay.
There's been a lot of debate about what it is, and everything from tar to... Exactly. $38. Yes.
Okay, I think I'm clear here to put up the other camera if you'd like. I don't need it. Okay.
Brought in, and they're involved in deciding the dive sites, but they're even involved on the individual dive level in terms of, as an RV pilot, we'll be driving the RV along the bottom, and we'll hear in our ear through the conference call a scientist in Japan or a scientist in Russia or anywhere in the U.S. that is, saying, hey, there's something interesting over to the left. Can we go take a look at that? And so we'll drive the RV to the left. And that's happening from halfway across the world in real time.
I feel like that's not a sponge. Definitely not a sponge. It's a big piece.
That's like 30 specimens.
I'm turning a little bit to keep you well in view here.
guess this is a good opportunity to talk a little bit about how we operate the RV. So you can't quite see it behind me, but we have, I guess on camera 2, Roland's got a video feeder for it. But in the front row at all times on the ROV side,
That is a huge piece.
navigator,
That is not a sponge.
It's a sponge.
It is. Did not tear like it. It did.
make ship moves that'll bring
Alright,
vehicles where they
try to
need
get
to go.
this piece here.
We have an ROV pilot who's driving the Deep Discoverer ROV.
Oh, good.
We have a co-pilot who's driving the Sirius camera platform. And we have a video person in the corner who likes to stay off the camera usually. But he's the one operating the cameras, zooming, focusing, adjusting the colors and the exposure.
Is that enough, or do you want a bigger piece here? Watch Lee.
So that's just on the ROV side, and then of course we've got our 2 scientists in the back row. We've got our highlight.
We can try. Can we open the drawer here, Andy? Maybe. We'll see.
Highlight editors out in
Hard to see my toes right now. Yeah, go ahead and try.
We've got the people on the bridge driving the ship. We've got the engineers.
Oh,
Ship
no.
engineers working on maintaining
Retracting.
generators. And so, it's easy to look at this and say, hey, we just have the one RV pilot, but it really takes dozens of people from around the ship and all around the world to make this happen. Of course, the mapping. Of course, the mapping. Yeah.
Yeah, so we operate 24 hours a day. So when we're not conducting our ROV dives, which is during daylight hours, we're mapping. We have a very sophisticated mapping system on the suite that allows us to not only see the floor, but look in between the people and search the water source. And they run all night long. And are some of the hardest working team because they have to not only
All right. Ready? Let's get the drawer. Okay. Extending nav. Can you watch
Yeah.
my
I got
starboard
eyes.
toe? I have such a glare that I can't tell.
Just try it.
I'm trying it. I really can't. Yeah, it's about to go into the.
Is it pushing? I can't tell.
I can't see it. I got too much. Yeah, it's pushing.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, we're gonna have to come up then.
Okay, I'm gonna retract a little bit.
Yep. Just retract it.
Okay.
All right. Let's see if we can do this. This is gonna be difficult.
Yeah, strong current. When did that move end, Nav? I'm gonna turn all the way with him.
It ended 8 minutes ago.
Okay.
So yeah, you should be.
How do I look?
Unless
Good.
it's layback, you should be still.
Okay. All right. Ready for me to come out?
Yeah, go ahead.
There you go.
Yep. Just stay. Don't walk behind me right now.
Okay, coming in. Ready?
Yep.
Nicely done, pilot.
Okay.
All right, great. So that was an awesome sample of a very unusual sponge. It had all the scientists scratching their heads, and luckily
All right.
Clear.
Joanna Xavier was the one who
hydraulics.
had some knowledge of the sponge, who had seen it before.
All right, pilots.
One thing we were talking about is
About
how
6
unusual it was that other
to 7
species
minutes
were
left of
growing
bottom
through
time.
the sponge.
find
And she
that
said
shark.
she hadn't seen that before, but the
We're gonna do a push
sponge
west.
was definitely very distinctive.
Yeah, whatever you want. Whatever you guys want to do.
I have rotated
And
all the
I
way to
think
the
in
east
that
currently.
sample, we
The
also
east. Copy.
um,
I'll turn around.
collected the
Yeah, if you want to move west, that'll be away from where we came. So
white octocoral that
newer
we've been
territory.
seeing all dive and yesterday as well. So it'll be really
Assuming
great
there's
to
some
have
sort of
a
slope.
sample of that so we can determine the species. Claderisis of
waypoint?
some type.
So waypoint 5 is
No,
right.
did we get the waypoint for the sample?
Yes, yes, it did.
And we are going to be out of time.
Watch these. We still actually have about 6 minutes left.
Okay,
So yeah, we're just transiting right now.
great, roger that, Nav. We have about 6 minutes left to explore the bottom here.
I've got about
I hit joy lock instead of the index.
I noticed. But you got the sample.
Yeah, Washies, we did just over 600 meters of ROV travel too.
And we have traveled over 600 meters,
I
just
still got
about
a ways to
600
keep
meters
going
today.
around,
So basically we accomplished most of what we had planned to, and definitely reaching the summit of this mound, of this quite large mound formation.
Yeah, that was very like styrofoam texture.
When you picked it up, the whole thing came up. And I was like,
that was one of our goals here,
It's
so
all
we've
like,
done that.
It's like styrofoam.
Yeah.
And the pilot said that the black sponge we just collected was kind of like styrofoam in the feel of it.
Pretty far out there.
Yeah, pilots, it looks like, based on sonar, do you want to keep moving? I don't see any slopes to the west. So maybe there's an offset on this top
Which direction?
piece. So right now you're looking almost east.
Yeah.
I think
So
there's
we
some
came-
more of that sponge down there.
Sometimes backing away, you can.
Oh, it's more of
get
that sponge.
there's a
Yeah.
lot of it, yeah.
Wow, interesting.
We get so zoomed
Oh,
in and
which way were you
focused.
thinking of?
Sometimes
So I'd like
we
to
need
go
to
back
step
west
back.
if there's
Okay.
any slope that way. Right
Okay.
now we're almost going.
Looking
back to where
forward
we
to
came.
seeing what that sponge looks like.
Seriously.
We have about 4 minutes before we need to start packing up.
If you want to go west, we'll have to turn around and push out there. So it might be. Yeah, he's busy.
Wow. That's just so
It's like
interesting.
tar.
Yeah, well, that's what they were saying. It's sometimes called a tar sponge.
Oh, really?
Or
Oh.
people call it that, but it's certainly that we were debating back and forth whether it was tar that was dropped from the surface. But it has all these openings when you get a
Interesting. I'm sorry, I missed
zoomed
all
in
that.
view. And Scott France was saying earlier, what surprises him is that this area isn't exactly undersampled compared to other areas that we explore. But apparently this hasn't been collected in this region. So, and there's multiple of them. And yeah, I guess it's a very vast area. And so the sampling that has been done isn't quite extensive.
No, the likelihood of landing on one of those isn't very high, probably.
Lots of Lophelia here. Dirksitis is the genus. And thank you, Joanna Xavier, for that.
Oh, I know.
And maybe in this last,
Yeah, it's 2 minutes, so not enough time for ship move. So we can
the
just
last
explore
few minutes
this
here,
area.
we'll try to go through some of the folks that have joined us on the chat room today. We have
Yeah, we
Adrian
did almost
Copeland
250
from
meters just
NOAA,
at the top
OAR,
of it,
and
though, so we covered a
OER.
lot of ground.
Amanda Demopoulos from
And we saw a
USGS.
shark.
Andrea Quattrini
Well,
from Harvey
me and you
Mudd
saw a
College.
It was cool.
Andrew Schuler from NOAA. Asako Matsumoto
So is
from
that here,
Planetary Exploration Research Center, Chiba Institute of Technology. Chuck Messing from Nova Southeastern. Christian Jones from from NIMS. Chris Kelly from the University of Hawaii.
Let's get the
Dougal Lindsay from
Earth
JAMSTEC. Elizabeth Gugliotti from College of Charleston. Did I say that right?
Yes,
Okay,
I
good.
think so. I don't know her personally.
Okay. And then we have Ren Salgado from NCOS. Eric Cortez from Temple University. Having a hard time with the light here.
Ira Sampaio from University of the Azores in Senckenberg in Germany. James Murphy from the NOAA OER office. He's the Hawaii Sea Grant Knaus Fellow. Jay London from Temple University. Jason Chater and Jill Bork from U.S. Geological Survey. Joanna Xavier from the University of Bergen in Norway.
Right, we can start.
Did you see that
Kate
micro
Rose,
star?
NOAA
Micro
NCEI.
Yeah, there was a very small
Kelly Elliott
starfish in that
from
shot.
NOAA OER. Ken Sulak from USGS.
Just as we pulled out.
Lauren Walling from University of Louisiana. Les Watling from University of Hawaii at Manoa. Lisa Levin, Scripps Institution of Oceanography.
Stand by, dry lab.
Megan McCullough, North Carolina Museum of Natural Sciences. We also had Mike Ford from NOAA Fisheries. Nolan Barrett from the Natural Products Discovery Lab at Medical University of South Carolina. Rachel Bassett from NOAA NCOS. Bob Carney from Louisiana State University. Santiago Herrera from Lehigh University. Sandra Brook from Florida State University. We had a lot of commentary from our colleague Scott France at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. My colleague Scott Harris at the College of Charleston. Shirley Pomponi was essential with her assistance on the sponges.
Pulling off
She's
right now,
from CIOERT at Florida Atlantic University in Harbor Branch.
I wonder what she's going to think of this black sponge.
I know, she wasn't on mine then.
So the current
and Steve
is
Auskovitz from
northeast.
Temple University. Tom Hans Connect from...
I'm going to push out that way if you want to.
Well, I'm not sure where Tom is from.
I
don't
know.
It says past taxonomist here. I'm not sure what that means. Tim Shank from Woods Hole Oceanographic Institute. Our colleague from Moscow, Tina Molodtsova from the Shirshov Institute of Oceanology. And Zach Prue from College of Charleston. We also had Trayson Gillespie at the College of Charleston from the Visualizations Lab. A couple others I think we missed earlier. Chris Ma came on for a couple wonderful narratives about our sea stars from the Department of Invertebrate Zoology at the National Museum of Natural History at the Smithsonian. And maybe that was the only one I thought we missed.
Yeah, come out of auto heading.
And Alexis Wenning, or Weining, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. Wenning.
Push me out.
From Temple University?
From Temple
Got
University.
a Delta 20, so we're good right now.
Yeah. And I think we're going to be
go ahead now.
Leaving the seafloor soon, but I hope that you will stick around with us. We have dive planning for our next two dives, 7 and 8, coming up here.
Roger, thank you.
So dive planning for the Savannah Banks. And then, what's the one after that?
Richardson Hills.
Richardson Hills.
Well, that was stressful flying.
So thanks everybody for joining us for this very exciting dive today.
We're seeing a nice planktonic organism.
Delta of 10, and I got you in camera. Excellent.
All right, guys, so